Hi, everybody. This is Mark Pescatore, Content Director for Systems Contractor News. And today we are talking Dante Solutions. With us is Damian Horne, the Product Manager for AJA Video Systems. Damian, thanks for joining us today.
You're more than welcome. Thanks for having me.
Now, when most of us think of AJA, I'm not taking terms out of school here. We think Key Pro digital recorders, but AJA offers a whole lot more. In fact, you introduced your Dante AV 4KT encoder and 4KR decoder back in 2023. So tell me, what got AJA into the Dante game?
Sure. Yeah, we do have a lot of products in addition to the Key Pro recorders, from routers to frame sinks to I/O cards, and really we got our start in mini converters. So being able to convert one signal to another and back out to another is our our forte and expertise, and how we got started as a company. So the Dante products, just piggyback on that same type of method where we want to convert from one flavor to another. And how we got started with Dante and Audinate was actually with our Open Gear OG Dante 12G AM embedder disembedder card, and it was such a huge success and a great partnership with Audinate that it just made sense when they started talking about this new technology for AV over IP that was going to be able to handle over Dante, but to be able to do video that way. So that's how we started with these products.
Now, we're going to talk about your gear in just a minute, but first I want to ask you, why would a church or a school or even a live event venue adopt a Dante workflow?
Yeah, it's an interesting tool or option for certain situations you might find yourself in. Dante Audio is extremely popular with thousands of different products on the marketplace and hundreds of manufacturers making products. So there's probably a lot of churches or schools out there that are already using Dante Audio as a way to just enhance and streamline their audio workflow. And so in those types of campuses, when you need to move signal from your main sanctuary or auditorium to different locations, you may not have a traditional BNC SDI line or a fiber line, but there could be a 1 gigabit network infrastructure already in place, right? And so if you have that, or you can easily do that as an affordable solution, well, now you can route Dante video across that network into those other locations.
Okay, so now we know the why. Now we're
Yeah.
going to talk. Now we're going to talk gear. So
Okay,
how
let's
do
talk
your
here.
let's talk gear. How do your Dante AV encoder and decoder fit into that workflow you just explained?
Sure. Well, so on the encoder side, the Dante AV 4KT, you've got a 12G SDI input and you've got an HDMI 2.0 input. And so it's the only box that will receive a 12G SDI input on the market. So that's a huge win for people that are in that that kind of space and using that type of workflow. So with that, you're able to bring those signals into the encoder in a little half 1RU box, and now that video signal, along with up to 8 channels of audio, will show up into Dante controller as its own device. So if you've used Dante controller before, you're familiar with the transmit on the top, and you've got your audio sources coming in and your receive options there on the left, and you can just assign your audio inputs to your audio outputs, right? So now with Dante AV, you have a video input, and you can select in the plugin whether you want the SDI or the HDMI, and then you route that to your video source, and it could be one or multiples. On the receiver side, it's got the same thing, a 12G SDI output and an HDMI output, and it'll go out both of those. And so that's the simplicity of how you use the technology, and along with the videos, the star of the show. But we have got some other controls on there as far as being able to route KVM, IR, serial control for PTZ cameras can all be done over the Dante controller network, or Dante Domain Manager, or Dante Director now as well.
All right, so it sounds to me like AJA Dante devices are going to play nice with all of Audinate's control offerings for Dante, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of the beauty of a Dante enabled type of device is the way they work together interoperably.
Okay, so then what are some of the standout features that make your Dante encoder and decoder different from other solutions?
Yeah, well, there's actually not that many solutions on the market when it comes to Dante AV Ultra. We're somewhat pioneers in this technology. So, like I said earlier, we're the only one in the market with a 12G SDI input. We support HDR workflows, support Dante Domain Manager. Um, we also uniquely have a reference in on our receiver, and I know not everyone is using Genlock to lock signals together, but if you're in a more broadcast type environment and you want to leave kind of the Dante ecosystem of your clock that's being in the Dante world, and you need to take that receiver and tap into some other broadcast equipment that is being all locked to reference, we offer that capability with our product. Um, the one thing that I should also mention about Dante AV Ultra and what makes it stand out as a just stellar AV over IP option is its ultra low latency. So you get subframe latency with these products, which is not something you always see in AV over IP. So in a sanctuary or school where you need lip sync to match, what you see on stage and what you see on the screen, you can't have it, several frames, a second and a half behind. That bothers people when they watch that and see that. So with the Dante AV Ultra technology, that's not an issue. You also get audio and video arriving synchronously, and it's going to stay synchronously. So we've all seen issues where the audio and the timing gets off from the lips that are moving, and you don't have that problem with Dante AV.
That's great. Sync is so very important on these live events. That is for sure.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
absolutely.
Damian, thank you so much for joining us. If you need more info on AJA's Dante AV encoder and decoder, as well as any of their other Dante solutions, just go to www.aja.com. That's about the easiest website ever. That's aja.com. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.